All right, another big story tonight. We'll be following the earthquake, but former Oakland Police Chief LeRonne Armstrong speaking out now after a new report has cleared him of any wrongdoing. The former chief, of course, was fired back in February after a federal report criticized his handling of a hit-and-run case that involved an Oakland police officer at the time. A judge today sided with the former police chief, calling into question the accuracy of the report and was critical of his firing.
Really clearly says that I did not engage in policy violations. I did not have any issues around credibility, and the statements that were made regarding me in that investigation were unfounded.
Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao placed then Chief Armstrong on administrative leave after that report came out. Armstrong says the new report recommends discussions between the city and the chief about his possible reinstatement.
The Oakland Police Commission is also weighing in on whether the former chief should be considered to get his job back. KRON 4's Sarah Stinson listened in on the commission's meeting tonight. That meeting just ended within the last hour. Sarah, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. The Oakland Police Commission said they will have a list of finalists for the chief position by next month, but the commission's vice chair said tonight they have not even started interviewing candidates, and now they need to figure out if they are going to consider ex-police chief LeRonne Armstrong. The commission had a closed session that lasted longer than it was supposed to, no explanation given, but in the open session, the commission did give an update on the search for a new police chief, saying after many forums with the community, a final job description for the chief position was announced on September 5th. The goal is to recommend the top 3 candidates to the mayor on the week of October 16th and then have a new chief selected the following week. Vice Chair David Jordan says they are vetting candidates for interviews right now, and the commission chair Tafira Maleli, she says that she put out a statement she did before tonight's meeting, and she said Armstrong never should have been fired and that she wants to add the former chief onto the commission's short list of candidates. At the meeting, Maleli didn't speak much about this recommendation, but Vice Chair Jordan admitted this is something that needs to be considered.
I think to ignore former Chief Armstrong as a candidate would be to ignore a significant amount of community voice. Therefore, we have to balance that with, what we understand is a very sort of polarizing and dynamic situation. There are people who are very much pro Armstrong and some who are not.
The discussion about considering Armstrong, it ended really abruptly tonight, but the commission does plan to discuss this further at future meetings. At tonight's meeting, the commission also voted to extend the duty of interim police chief Darren Allison since it's been more than 6 months. He was appointed by Mayor Sheng Tao on March 4th. Now, we will continue to follow if this commission plans to recommend the mayor to consider Armstrong as a candidate for chief, but that's still very much in the air at this time. I'm Sarah Stinson reporting in the newsroom. Back to you.